Welcome to Baseball This Week, a Spotlight production. And here's your host, Jim Stark.
Well, good evening, baseball fans. I'm Jim Stark. Welcome to this week's edition of Baseball This Week. I'm joined, as always, by our producer, director, / co-host, Boston Rob Bennett. And Rob, this show will end up being a little more upbeat than we thought a few minutes ago.
Wow, yeah, it's an exciting time to be a Detroit Tigers fan, and what a week of difference makes. Is that right? I just said that backwards.
Right.
What a difference a week makes.
There it is. A week ago this time they'd lost 5 in a row, and they were almost in last place.
Oh my God!
And
the earth was falling.
Well, but put it this way: I gave you 3 things they were not doing very well. Right? They weren't hitting, they weren't playing defense, and the relief pitching was not up to par.
Yep.
They fixed 2 of the 3. Their hitting and their defense were much better this week, and look, they won 6 games in a row. Big win today, walk-off win. First a big 2-run double by Riley Green, and then a walk-off win by probably one of the best hitters this year for the Tigers, Cole Keith.
Yeah, and it was a tale of a lot of things. You know what they say, Jim, the old adage, you go to a baseball game, you see something new every day, right? Every time, right?
Yep.
So a couple of rain delays, one of the umpires, the guy got hurt. That was a 10-minute delay. Then there was another rain delay, and then that put everybody out of whack a little bit. And then the Kansas City Royals with the big 6-run, I believe 7th inning.
Yep.
And then another rain delay, and then the Tigers able to muster up here and get some clutch hits and get the walk-off win to complete the sweep of their division rival.
Well, it does a lot too. You don't have that sour taste of losing that 6-1 lead they had going in the 7th. That's one thing. Number 2, you're going on a road trip to Boston, which is never an easy place to play. No matter how good the Red Sox are, it's tough to play at Fenway Park. They go there with a big win, right?
Yeah.
They got to travel, and you feel much better traveling with a win versus a tough loss. And again, you get that better feeling in the clubhouse of a comeback win. We're never out of it. We're never, and Riley Green has been struggling, to say the least, at the plate. For him to have that big 2-run double with 2 outs in the 9th, I think is a huge thing for him. Might be enough to get him started.
Well, this whole series, I believe he hit his first home run in this series, right, of the season, which a lot of people were looking for. So, and again, it's the mindset now changes a little bit, and for the first 6-game winning streak, as you said, and I got a little nugget for you, Jim. Last year, despite how good the Tigers especially started the season, were never on a 6-game winning streak.
Yeah, well, and that's another. They not only reach 500, they're over 500 to go on the road, which from a mental standpoint and a psychological standpoint is a huge boost, right? We're better in 5. So all these things are good for the Tigers to go on the road. And again, they're going to play, and we'll talk about this later on in the show, Rob, with the week to come up, but they're going to play an improving Red Sox team.
You could say that. I won't say that yet.
Well, they're better,
but they're playing better, and I'll go back to another bright spot. Really, was Cato Montero.
Yeah,
I mean these last two starts. I mean you can't ask for more than him, especially with Verlander going down. Right?
Yeah.
I mean he has been these last 2 starts as consistent as you would want him to be.
Well, he's actually started 3 games altogether.
Yeah.
With one quality, he's 1-1. Pitched 16 innings. He's got an ERA of 3.94, and these days anything under 4, or excuse me, 3.3.
That's a little misleading.
3.31.
Yeah.
But anything, and his WHIP has been 0.86.
That's the difference.
Which is very impressive.
That's the difference.
Yeah, right? And 15 strikeouts against only 2 walks. And so that's all the metrics point to why he's been so effective.
Yeah.
And again, coming up to fill a hole that left by unexpectedly Just Verlander. That's a pretty good hole filler.
Yeah, for sure. And he's an inning eater, right? I mean, he's for the most part he eats those innings. And he's been able to do that now for the last couple of years for the Tigers. But really, he has really impressed me these last couple of starts, as you mentioned, with the stats.
Well, right now
it's exactly what the Tigers needed with Verlander going down.
Exactly, but he's behind only Skubal, Valdez, and Jack Flaherty in innings pitched. So right away, he's filled. Like you say, he's filled the hole, but he's done it effectively too. Not just Sometimes they say they fill innings. Well, I could fill innings. They may score 14 runs, but he fills.
He's effective.
He's filled innings effectively. Yep. So, but again, a good week. Obviously, they won 2 series. They go on the road now to Boston. I think they're in tied for second, if I'm not mistaken. I had that up here. Let me see. They are
the Tigers.
Yeah, they're tied for second with the Guardians. They're both 1 game behind the Twins.
Yeah.
Yep. So they go into Boston 1 game behind, and you know what? You always want to be in first place. I don't care what you're doing. You want to be in first place. I don't care if you're playing the crappiest division in baseball. You want to be in first place, and they're 1 game out. So much brighter.
Would you consider this the crappiest division in baseball?
No, I was surprised. I don't think they're the worst. I don't think they are.
Okay.
They were. I think the West, American League West, I think is less of a division. I think in the American League, and then in the National League.
Maybe the National.
Well, let me look. I'm just going to see if I say something wrong here, but I want to say I think the West in the American League is less than and then I think the
see. I feel like
in the National League, I think the Central Division is probably they're pretty.
Yeah. I'd still say the AL. The Detroit Tigers division is still the weakest in baseball.
You do? Okay.
I do say that there's improvements. I mean, I believe Chicago will be better. We mentioned this in our prediction show a couple of weeks ago. But I still think when you look at it from top to bottom, this is most certainly still a division. When you look at, and again, on paper, and I know that doesn't matter much, a hill of beans, but on paper, this is still a division where the Tigers, I think, should be able to win, dare I say, comfortably. Now, does that mean double digits? No. Does that mean, I would say 5 or 6 games they could win this division by?
Oh, I think so. Again, what they're aiming for, though, is not winning the division this year. They're aiming for success in future. They won the division last year. They're trying to...
No, this is all about the playoffs and the World Series.
And the succeeding rounds, exactly, yeah. But obviously some big things happened this week for the Tigers. As you mentioned, Riley Green hit his first home run, which we'll take, right? No question, we'll take it.
One of many, hopefully, for Riley Green this year.
Yep. Kenley Jansen became the all-time third all-time save leader as he passed. Who did he pass?
Lee Smith.
Lee Smith, yes. Yeah. So now he trails only, of course, the leader,
Trevor Hoffman,
and the leader. The
guy
Yankee guy.
Yeah. I like how you put that. The Yankee guy. One of the very few Yankees I actually respect, being from Boston and being a Boston Red Sox fan, Mariano Rivera,
because he was a class act, right?
He was. Yeah. He and Bernie Williams, to me, I am a Bernie Williams fan.
Yes.
I enjoyed watching him play, despite him being a longtime Yankee. But those two guys, to me, world-class athletes, and seemingly, from an outsider looking in, never interviewed them, never had the pleasure to meet them, but it just seemed like took care of business the right way.
And Bernie Williams, everyone said, was as classy a guy. Forget being a ball player.
Yes.
He was a classy guy. You know what? And it's funny you say about interviews because, I am not the world's most proficient interviewer, but even the minuscule I've done compared to some of these guys, I could always find the guys you want to talk to. And he would have been one of the ones I want to talk to.
And how dare we get off this? Get on the subject about good Yankee players? We got to get off of this.
Well, let's get back to
getting hyped.
Let's get back to good Tiger players because again, some notable confidence this week. We talked about Kenley Jansen getting his mark third. Now he's all-time third in saves.
And
Hall of Famer to be.
And I wouldn't have guessed that, right? And if you looked into his history, he started as a catcher.
Yep.
With the Dodgers.
Started fairly late in his career.
Yeah. And when you think of like the third most saves in Major League Baseball history, I would not put him at third. Right? And you would have to put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you have.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
and more power to him.
And it's funny because the Hall of Fame did not treat closers very well. They took a long time before they really started moving on those closers, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But they're starting to change with that now, and you've seen more Hall of Famers, Hall of Fame, welcoming relief pitchers more. But you're talking about the top 3 of all time. I
would not have guessed he was one.
He's in rarefied air, to say the least.
Yeah.
So, all right, other, obviously Cole Keith had a really good week this week.
Sure.
Maybe Dylan Dingler
continues.
He has been the leader all season long. He leads right now in home runs with 4 and RBIs with 14. His OPS is 933. Plus he plays one of the 3 best defensive games in American League for a catcher.
And to add to it, he was the one that got the walk-off single to score Riley Green off a second.
Yep. So there we go. Really a good week for Dylan Dingler. Kevin McGonigal continues to be a producer.
Talk about a good week for Kevin McGonigal. Yeah. Not only on the field, but off the field.
Well,
8 years, $150 million. And I will say, and I know you'll probably get into this a little bit. I don't want to steal your thunder, Jim, but I will say when they signed him to that deal, applaud.
Yeah,
because what a deal. If everything turns out, and we don't know for sure, but even if he's half the player that everybody expects him to be,
he'd be a bargain at half the price, right?
Or
twice the price.
2 or 3 years from now, when we look at that, a hell of a job by the Detroit Tigers front office, and a hell of a job by McGonigal, who forced them to keep him up up on the team. He earned every bit of it.
He won that job. And you know what? And here's the other thing. When you said that about not just at the bat, he made 2 outstanding defensive plays
early in the game.
One at short and one at third. I mean, as good as you're going to see.
Yeah.
And I said it earlier on Jack Ebling's show. I said I want to see him settle into one position defensively.
Well, where you want him?
Where would you I want him at short. I want him at short. I think you win with a great shortstop. So I want him at short. But, I just don't – I like it better at short than third. How's that? That's how I feel.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, listen, before we take our first break, I want to run down my top 5 reasons, Rob. The Tigers have won this week, right? 5 reasons.
Good pitching. Good defense.
Would you hush up? Jeez.
Those aren't in there?
No, hang on and you'll find out. Well, a lot of them we already talked about. But,
yeah.
But I'm going to be more specific. Okay, my number 1 reason for the Tigers winning those 6-game winning streak this week, obviously Kevin McGonigal, not just, again, his offensive display, which now is on-base percentage is, I want to say, .420. That's an outstanding on-base percentage. That's like Barry Bonds level, right? So, and his OPS is 920, but also those 2 defensive plays that saved runs. That's the big thing, and saved big innings. So he seems like he has a flair for the big play, which is what I like. Number 2, we talked about Dylan Dingler, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, leading offensively and one of the very best defensive catchers. Today he made a throw to first base from his knees and almost had a pickoff at first base that would have just been outstanding. Dylan Dingler. The 2 starting pitchers I put together right now, Tarik Skubal and Framber Valdez, have been outstanding. Every time they come out, with the exception of one, they really pitch a good game. They keep the Tigers in the game right from the very start. To me, you build a really winning team around those 2 guys. The bullpen improved. Tyler Holton especially, and Kenny Jansen. Tyler Holton has been a great setup man so far for Jansen. He of course has 4 saves, but Tyler Holton has been everything you want in that setup, man.
Well, not today, but
not today.
Overall,
well, he didn't pitch today though.
Overall, did he? Yeah, he did.
Oh, was he in that list?
Yeah, he was. He was part of that.
He was part of the fire flamethrower crew. But anyway,
but no. Overall, I would agree. I would agree.
And then overall defense, I'll give my number 5 slot. You saw better plays in the outfield and in the infield and catcher. Headed by those 2 by McGonigal, but everyone seems to be making better plays. Overall, better defense. Great week accounts for those 6 straight wins.
Well, and I'll throw a caveat in there if I may. Number 1.
I want to hear it.
Number 1 for me.
Yep.
I mean,
what I miss
is to me, you said about the improved hitting.
Yep.
But what do I always say on this show? It's the clutch hitting.
Good.
They're getting people on base, no problem.
Yep.
It's driving them home that's been an issue.
Yep.
And you can go back to last year, especially in the playoffs, right? So again, it's the clutch hitting. We saw that today, especially most certainly to win the game today. We saw some clutch hitting from Riley Green and obviously Dingler as well. But the clutch hitting in key situations, to me, needs to be highlighted as well.
Yeah, and again, I'll talk about this in the next segment, Rob. But we still haven't seen, for the most part, the big three of Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter, and Spencer Torkelson really start to heat up, and that's a big hole.
Yeah, Kerry Carpenter. You know, I'm a big Kerry Carpenter fan of this show. I brought him up a couple years ago as the guy, but he is most certainly struggling. He had a chance to make a big offensive play today in the ninth when there was 2 on and nobody out. And he struck out once again. I believe he leads the team.
He leads the team. I mentioned that earlier.
Yes.
20,
yeah. So again, but it looks like Riley Green might be getting a little bit of groove back.
I'm going to talk about Riley Green next segment.
That's a nice tease as we go to break.
Well, we'll see. I don't know how happy you're going to be with my comment. But let's take our first break. We'll come back. Before we do though, Rob, we'll let our viewers, listeners, whatever you want to call them, know how they can get involved.
Our fans, Jim. Our fans.
Well, they're viewers now if they're watching, right?
That's right.
Okay.
You could add that, the viewers, because we are live right now on YouTube.
Yep.
Head over to Baseball This Week. Pretty simple. Hit that subscribe button. It is free, and you'll be alerted.
Not the delete button. Don't hit the delete button.
No, don't delete. Well, don't delete us. Don't cancel us.
Right.
You know, there's enough of that going around in the world right now. That's not us. But most certainly hit that subscribe button and hit that like button and leave us a comment there as well. If you hit the subscribe button every Tuesday night, you'll get an alert, and you'll know right where to go.
Great.
YouTube, Baseball This Week. Also, you can follow us on all your podcast platforms, Spotify, iTunes, and of course, all those platforms that you listen to all your favorite podcasts on. Do that as well. And of course, on Twitter/X, Baseball This Week. Let us know what you think of the show. Give us any questions you might have. Give us some of your comments. We want to hear from you as well.
That Jim guy's full of stuff, man. What's he know?
I can't wait for it.
He knows nothing about it. Why is he even open his mouth?
Why is he even on here?
That's from my mom, too. That was from my mom.
All right. Yes.
Right. We'll come back.
Yes, please. Let's take a break, shall we?
Following these messages, you're listening to Baseball This Week, heard weekly right here on the Spotlight Media Network.
So, it's been a while since you've had your jewelry cleaned and inspected, right? Where will you go and who will you trust with your most valuable and treasured heirlooms? At Meadowar Jewelers' 4 locations in Lansing, Okemos, Jackson, and Portage, jewelry isn't just our job, it's our passion. Each and every piece entrusted in our care is thoroughly inspected by our trained staff against damage or normal wear. And we offer you, our customer, the highest level of quality on repairs and custom designs. Whether it's worn out prongs, channels, or shanks, it's all handled with incredible care. Meadowar Jewelers in Lansing, Okemos, Jackson, and Portage want to help you preserve your memories and offer you options on creating new ones. Come in today for the cleaning and inspection of your jewelry. We continue to work hard every day to earn your confidence and trust.
Are you passionate about college sports? Foster Swift Sports Talk is your go-to podcast dedicated to addressing the hottest topics in college athletics, including recruiting practices, NIL, the trade portal, collectives, and revenue generation.
Join us as we bring you insights from student athletes, college head coaches, administrators, and other industry leaders as they share their experiences in this rapidly changing arena.
Our mission is to share information and help educate student athletes, parents, coaches, and other stakeholders with the knowledge, resources, and strategies they need to make informed decisions and maximize each college athlete's potential for long-term success. Check out our latest episode where we're joined by Jordan Lewis from the Jacksonville Jaguars to discuss his NFL journey. Like and subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook pages to watch all of our episodes, or you can give us a listen on any of your favorite podcasting platforms by simply searching Foster Swift Sports Talk. Until next time, I'm your host, Dave Russell.
We don't stink right now. We're the best team in baseball right now, right this minute, because of you. You're the reason. We're not going to screw that up. We're going to be awesome for you right now. Just throw.
Go get 'em, Tiger. Row.
Well, that stirring opening to this segment should be applied to the Tigers today, as they did have a big comeback in the 9th inning today down at Comerica Park, and I'd kind of written them off only because I didn't want to jinx them, really. But the big double, 2-run double by Riley Green, followed by a walk-off single by Colt Keith, and they take the end of the series. I guess the series victory. They
sweep them.
They sweep them. They send the Royals out of town with no wins.
It's so important when you sweep your division opponent.
It's double. Every time you beat them, they don't beat you. That's a two game swing. So, and you know what? One thing we didn't talk about earlier: Tigers are 8-1 at home. That's taking care of home. When you're 8-1 at home, they're usually taking advantage of your home crowd, and all they see is wins. That gets an excitement built in the home crowd, the fans here at home. Let's not discount that.
Let's not discount our next guest, because
I was going to discount him. Oh no, that's something. Hey, you see what I got on? Can you see, Rob, what I have on?
No, what do you got? Well,
Royal Oak.
Royal Oak, number 41.
This is the official jersey of the Royal Oak Leprechauns, which is a team in I think it's the Northwoods League. It's a summer college team.
Oh, yeah.
But
some Michigan State Spartan baseball players have played there during the summer.
Exactly, yeah. But this team, they play at the field that I played at growing up, all my little league and all that. Yeah. But so this is a
nice looking jersey.
Isn't it nice?
I like the green.
Cold.
I like it.
I was cold before, so I had a sweatshirt on, but I want to show you. I did wear it, though, because I'm proud of the fact that they have a professional or semi-pro or whatever they call it, team out of the old field in Memorial Park in Royal Oak. So, yeah, the Royal Oak Leprechauns is their name.
Shout out to the Royal Oak Leprechauns.
All right, let's go back to our regular feature coming up on this segment, and that's now finally this guy's got something to talk about, because we got a couple weeks of results in. I think his machine for doing his rankings is finally cracked up. And Al, did you include the Big Tiger walk-off win today in your rankings?
No, I did not include that yet. I'm not that up to date, but I'm pretty up to date. I got it through yesterday.
This is Al Felhauer, by the way, and he and I worked together for decades, and he loves now to talk about his what's it called, Rob? He's a sabermetician, right? He talks about the stats.
It's all about the numbers, baby.
That's right, and that's what baseball is. Baseball is all numbers. And I am starting to begin one belief, and I'm going to share it with you guys right now.
Uh-oh.
This team in Detroit this year may be a team of destiny.
Really? Now that's coming off. Now today, if you said that last week, we would have probably laughed you off the show. But what are you basing that on, Al? What are you seeing?
I'm basing it on the fact that even though they lost those 4 games out there in Minnesota, I just think that they were all close. They should have won them all. They've now learned how to do it, and they're just having confidence in themselves. You can see it in their walk. And you're going to laugh at this one. Maybe they need a few more rain delays, but they did a very good job with that. I just think they're a team of destiny now.
Well,
I am just amazed. I sit there and watch it. I almost gave up on them today, and something told me not to give up.
Oh, so you watched right to the walk-off base hit by Colt Keith?
Right to the walk-off.
Well, it's funny because I think today the lineup, didn't Colt Keith and McGonigal back 1-2? Or no, they usually bat 1-2 when there's a right hand on the mound. Those two guys have both been sewed up to long-term contracts by the Tigers management. It's looking smarter and smarter. Every game you see those two play well, that's a good move for the future.
Doesn't it make you wonder what makes a young man like McConnell, what makes him sign an 8-year extension?
It's a bet, Al. They're saying, he said, you know what? Yeah, if I didn't sign, I could probably make you know what? He's assured at $150 million. And you know what? Most people can live on $150 million for their life.
Well, and
I agree with you, Jim, totally. But in today's modern athlete, in today's baseball game, that is so unheard of.
Well, no, because they signed Connor Griffin. They signed some other. Bobby Witt signed that kind of a contract. Go ahead, Rob. You had something to add.
It's a belief in the player, right? I mean, they believe in this guy. This is one of the big-time prospects, number 2 in all of Major League Baseball, that we've been hearing about for years now. It seems like, right, since he got drafted. So it's a belief in the player. And when you think about it, 8 years, what's he, 21 years old right now?
Yeah.
So when let's say he stays the whole 8 years, and things can happen.
Yep.
I mean, he's still in his prime at 29
when
the contract is over.
I think Al was saying, you're saying why would McGonigal want to sign it? Isn't that what you were saying, Al? Why would he want to sign it?
Yes. Why would his agent go for something like that? I'm just very surprised at it.
Well, I think it's a risk reward, right? If he gets hurt, if he flames out, you never know, right? We've seen these guys.
Some sort of like in the contract.
Yeah,
these contracts. I mean, they could void it. You know what I mean?
Well, but the thing is, let's just say, Al, he doesn't have the career it looks like right now. He's guaranteed $150 million. That's a lot of dough. I get it. He's saying, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
That's right.
I agree. You know who the big loser in all this is?
Who?
The city of Toledo and the Toledo Mud Hens.
Why, because they don't have him?
They never got to see him.
Yeah, that is true. But you know what? They're getting a big dose of Max Clark, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're getting a lot of him, but and then our other guy that you and I talk about a lot, and that's Mr. Injury, which puts Baez back out in center field.
Oh, Parker Meadows. Well, yeah, this injury was a fluke injury. My gosh, it was in the middle of the game. At least he didn't like stub his toe going to the shower or something.
I mean,
I think he just reminds me so much of my older grandson. Just some kind of fluke injury every year. Well, something set him back a little.
All right, let's hear how we're doing in the power rankings for this week, Al. What did you come up with?
What do you want to start with?
Well, you start with give me your top 10.
For the American League, the National League, or
No. Start with the Major League top 10.
Start with the Major League. Okay, Major League power ratings are the number 1 team in baseball.
No, start with number 10. What fun is that, Al? I got to go from 10 to 1. Come on, have some suspense.
10 is the Tampa Bay Rays.
Wow, really? Okay.
Number 9, the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay.
Number 8, the New York Yankees. Number 7, the San Diego Padres.
Wow, we picked, a lot of us picked them in our National League West for our annual picks.
And the number 6 are your own, very own Detroit Tigers.
Wow, so hang on, Al, before you go on. So you moved all the way up to 6 on this basis. Where'd you have them? You had them out of the top 15 last week, didn't you?
Well, yeah, but look what they've done in the last 7 days.
So you got a number 6 overall in baseball. Wow, okay. All right.
He's behind last week, remember?
Yep.
So, I mean, they were coming off a bad Minnesota series, but they sure have been good since.
Okay.
Then number 5, Seattle Mariners.
Okay.
And then 4 through 1 are all National League teams.
Well, hold on, Al. Before you say, I'm going to say the Dodgers. The Dodgers. The Dodgers. If you got the Reds in there.
I do not.
Okay.
The Reds, let me see where the Reds are.
Okay, but all right, Dodgers. Let's see. What are your pick? What do you think they are, Rob? Top 4. National League. The Dodgers, the Braves, obviously are 1, right? You don't have the Pirates in the top 4, do you?
I do not. No.
Okay.
The Pirates are doing okay, but they're 26.
Well, I don't know. Who else besides the Dodgers and the Braves? If you don't have the Reds or the Pirates, who else do you have in your top 4?
St. Louis is playing well. I don't know if it's top 4, but they've
give us your other 2 teams besides the Braves and the Dodgers.
Number 3 are the Philadelphia Phillies.
Phillies. Wow. Okay.
And number 4, the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
So you got the Phillies are 8 and 10 in 4th place. How do you figure them for the number 3 team?
Figure them? Well, let me look at the National League power ratings, and I can tell you.
I mean, they're behind teams that are 11 and 8 and 10 and 8. I don't know how you figure that one.
Well, let's see. Number 1, let's see. The Cubbies are 7th in batting.
No, I'm talking about the Phillies.
The Cubs are 5th.
I want to know why the Phillies. You got the Phillies so high.
The Phillies are in the National League. They're 9th and 3rd.
But does that rank a number 3 overall rating?
And 3rd in pitching.
Oh,
it's not always about the records, Jim.
I guess
it's not all about the records.
Okay, so you're saying the
overall they are 3rd in the National League.
But based on their pitching and what they're hitting.
Well, their hitting is 9th.
Why are they only 8 and 10 then?
Middle of the pack.
Al, why are they only 8 and 10?
3rd. Their pitching is 3rd.
Why are they only 8 and 10 as a record?
I because they're not hitting well, I guess.
Well, but you got a ninth, and I don't know about those. I'm not sure about your stats this week, there, Mr. Statman. If you're telling me the Phillies are the third best team in Major League Baseball,
change them ever. So I mean, it's just the way it reads out. I don't change them.
No, I get it, but do you agree with it? I mean, just
probably have the fourth lowest run average.
Rob, do you think? I mean, does this strike you as odd at all?
And the third best whip.
All right, hold on, Al. Rob, does this strike you as odd at all that the Phillies he's got them ranked as the third best team or rated?
Are you asking me a question?
No, I'm asking. Ask Rob. Yeah, Rob.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Numbers don't lie, Rob.
Nope. We can't hear you, Rob. Uh-oh, maybe he's pushed the wrong button in there. Oh, he's working on it.
Yeah, there we go. Here I am.
Okay.
Here we go. Yeah, I would for Philadelphia. I mean, I get Al's stats. It's not all about the records, as I mentioned. I would probably put Philly maybe right outside the top 5. But I get what he's saying as far as it's not all about the record, and it depends on who they've played. I haven't looked at who they've beaten as well. I'll have to look at that.
Right.
But I can't say it's like a horrendous.
Are just what they are, and I just take them right off of the main.
Well, I know, but you got to be able to evaluate a little bit, Al. Come on, go ahead, Rob. Finish your thought.
No, that's all. I mean, I would put Philadelphia definitely within the top 10, maybe at 6 or 7. But
hey, I was as shocked as you guys are.
Okay. All right. Well,
that's what I felt this week.
We'll see if their record starts to reflect that kind of a status you're giving them. So, who do you have at the bottom of the rankings this week, Al? Who pulls up?
They were 26 last week. Look what's happened. Now they're 6th.
No, who do you have last? Who's in the bottom?
Who's at the bottom? The Colorado Rockies.
Yeah.
What's the bottom? Quick.
And where do you have Rob's beloved Boston Red Sox?
They got to be down at the bottom.
Sox, and I'm very happy to say they are 24th.
There you go.
Are they're climbing? Well, hey, the Tigers are going to town. Maybe they'll help.
Hey, if the Red Sox sweep the Tigers, we could be talking about the Red Sox next week.
I don't want to have that.
To the top 5. You know what I mean?
Change next week if that happens.
Well, all right, Al Fellhauer, good job today. I'm glad we had the Tigers are in the top 10, up to 6 this week. That's a big move. They go to the Red Sox for 4, and they come right back home against Milwaukee. 2 tough teams for the next 7 games. So this ought to show if Al's right about these teams and if the Tigers are truly a team of destiny, as he mentioned earlier. So, Al Fellhauer, we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, you got it.
Thanks. All right. So I
debate about the Philadelphia
I
Phillies.
still don't know if that's. Maybe you're right. If the numbers show it, it could be a fluke.
You're
in the
a
schedule.
numbers guy.
I am.
And baseball is all about the statistics.
The record is part of the numbers.
I mean, and wins are the most important thing. I get it, but I like how Al is just not going by wins and losses. Because what kind of power rankings is that?
The number, as he said, the numbers tell the story. So, all right, okay. Yep. Real quick, Rob, I want to go to a couple of features I had for this week. I want to run by you. One thing I'm not very happy about, and that's the positional rankings. This is in the Athlon Sports, the preview I've used before in the show. I never got to this, but I thought it was important. This is their preseason positional rankings of each position throughout baseball. Okay,
so preseason.
This is preseason.
We're going back to preseason.
Yep.
All right.
So, and I'm going to save this one for last. It's second base. They have Gleyber Torres number 7 overall, which is not bad. I could live with that.
Get him in the top 10.
Yep, top 10. Yeah. Third base, they've got nobody, which I'm not going to argue with. In the outfield, they've got Riley Green at 14th overall, which I guess is okay. We'll talk about that more. Shortstop, they have nobody. Relief pitchers, they have Kenley Jansen at 17 and Will Vest at 26, which you hope for a good team. You got some guys higher than that.
Well, Jansen hopefully will continue to climb.
Yep, this is preseason.
Yep.
All right. First base, they've got Spencer Torkelson at 12th. So at least I guess he's on the list. All right. The good news is starting pitcher.
Well,
we know Tarek Skubal, but they also have Framber Valdez at number 23. So the Tigers, according to this list, have 2 of the top 23 starting pitchers in Major League Baseball, which is not bad.
Well, coming into the season, you'd figure that to be true.
Yep.
I mean, with those 2 guys.
Now, what I did find
and left-handed.
Before
left-handed pitchers as well.
Before I give you my category I don't understand, on that same list, the starting pitchers, how many in the top 50, How many starting pitchers do the L.A. Dodgers have in the top 50? What would you guess?
Well, I'm going to guess at least maybe their entire starting staff. I'm going to go 4.
They actually have 5.
I almost went 5. So basically, is this all the starting pitching, or is this relief pitching as well?
It's just starting pitching.
Oh, that's their whole staff.
And they've got 5 in the top 41. So they're saying 5 of their top of their 5 of their pitchers in the top 41 in all of the Major League Baseball.
Sure.
They've got Ohtani, Yamamoto, Blake Snell.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me, they have 4. You were right. No, you have 4. Yeah. Tyler Glasnow. He's number 41. So pretty good. They have 4 years.
That's one of many reasons why people think that the L.A. Dodgers will win 100 million games this year.
Yep. They win them all, right?
And is the odds-on favorite.
And this is the
World Series champion.
This is the category that makes no sense, and 2 weeks in the season even makes less sense. In the category of catcher, where do you think they have Dylan Dingler ranked? And they list 15.
If you're questioning it, it's probably not even in the top 10.
Not even in the top 15, Rob.
Wow.
I don't know who did this, but they've got him in the best of the rest, which is after the top 15.
Maybe because he's relatively new.
He played all last year. He's a Gold Glove winner.
He's a Gold Glove winner, but it's his first full year.
Not in the top 15, though, Rob.
I question that.
Yeah.
I question that for sure, but I'm saying they want to see if he can be if this is
I get it.
They want to see some consistency out of him.
But you run down. You got Cal Rowley's first. No argument. Sure. Hunter Goodman for. I don't know how good is Hunter Goodman for Colorado. I would never see him play.
Well, good.
Right.
Real good.
All right.
I agree with that. They had a 2.
2. Langeliers from the A's. He's a good player, right?
Good player. Good young player.
William Contreras from Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Good player. Will Smith from the Dodgers.
Yep.
No argument
absolutely.
there. Sal Perez.
Absolutely.
Can't see number 6. Adley Rushman from Baltimore. Number 7.
Don't know too much about him.
He's a good young. He's good.
These are and the great thing about this position is when you're naming these guys, and you just said it, these are all the majority of the guys are still young, including Dingler.
Well, right. Rushman's,
so,
but then you go down guys like Yanier Diaz. Okay, then you got Augustin Ramirez, Drake Baldwin, Ivan Herrera, Francisco Alvarez. Sam. I don't even know these guys, much less. How is Dylan Dingler not in that group? I don't get it. But I found that interesting. I wanted to bring it up.
It's a deep position.
It is.
And that tells you, and for Dingler not to be in the top 15, it's just a deep position with a lot of good young talent.
And I think if they did it again, it'd probably be in the top 10
and this is this is preseason.
Preseason, yep.
So just like any other prediction, it's not going to be what it is. Not even 2 weeks into just over 2 weeks into the season now?
Correct.
3 weeks into the season, so it's already changing. Because I would guarantee you he would be in the top 10, maybe even the top 5. Way that he started the season, they would put him in at least the top 10.
I will say this, though. On their prospecting talent part of the predictions, they have Kevin McGonigal as the number 1 hitting prospect for their list. So I'll give him credit for that, right? And he's proven to be all of that and more. So all right, one more thing I want to bring up to you, Rob, before we take our second break and come back with our preview for next week. I want to say this about, I think it's time. You ready?
Is this the Riley Green
It is.
comment?
I think it's time to consider trading Riley Green.
Oh my God!
Hear me out. Hear me out. This is not a reaction.
You wanted to trade Tarek Skubal.
Listen.
Now you want to trade.
Not a reaction. I want to give you my reasons. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm going to breathe over here.
Number one.
Steve Waite would love you right now.
Well, and this is obviously I sound even kind of stupid with it, but he's slowed down both running the bases and however the metrics are in the field. Okay, he's slower than he was 2 years ago. Okay, his swing continues to be that all or nothing swing. He doesn't seem to have an adjustment for a swing like today. Maybe he did. Maybe he just did get that double. I don't know. But he has not proven his command of the strike zone has been just atrocious. 200 strikeouts last year, right? And defensively, he doesn't seem to be on the upward trend he was 2 years ago when he first took the job. They needed a right-handed hitter, all right? So I think if they consider trading him, right, he still has a lot of value, all right? You've got the outfield in the minors. They've got some depth there. To me, if you want to get that right-handed hitter, you need to really make a difference. You got to trade value, and of all the hitters they've got, I would consider trading. To me, it's Riley Green. And again,
you trade him right now.
Between now and the trade, I would. I have to get the right deal. Okay, I'm not saying running him out of town, but I want another quality right-handed hitter. I need one for my lineup. He's the most marketable guy they got.
Well, you went through all the stats to death, and we did this last year with all the strikeouts. We know this is an issue, but he has improved on that this year so far.
Yep.
He's taking more pitches. He's walking more. Yeah, would you like to have him have maybe more than one home run? Sure. And yes, he has slowed down. That's been documented about, he's not as fast as he once was, but he's still a plus defender.
He is.
I'm saying he's a plus defender. Now, if you're talking about trading him between now, let's just give it at least a couple of months here. Because if he gets on, he's on, he is one of the best outfielders in America.
But he's very streaky, okay? And would you agree with me that this...
Well, that's what baseball is. Every player on every team goes through a streak.
But he's
streaky is for all baseball players.
No, there's streaky. He's either all or nothing. It's during some of his streaks. But here's the thing. I'm not saying he's still a very quality player. I'm saying I want and need a right-handed hitter. He's the best guy we have to make the trade.
No, maybe. If you're looking for trade pieces...
I got a right-handed hitter. I cannot win.
He is, and I will say, well, maybe right now, and maybe you're going to disagree with me on this. Right now, right this moment on, what is it, April 16th at, when are we taping this?
It's
7:10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep.
I will tell you right now, because of what is going to happen with Tarek Skubal leaving town, right?
Yep.
We all agree on that he's, after this year, Skubal, more likely than not, will be leaving town.
Right.
He is the face of the Detroit Tigers right now. Now, that could change with the whole Kevin McGonigal thing, and I just see you smiling, you're gritting your teeth.
No,
you're gritting your teeth. But right now, he is the face of this franchise.
I'm not sold on trading. I'm not trying to run him out of town. I'm saying I think they need a right-handed hitter, and he's the best overall option to move in order to get that quality hitter. And you're still, and let's just say he continues to slow down. Maybe you get, I don't know that I want to sign him to that big 7-year, $200 million contract either.
I don't know if they're going to do that.
Well, maybe that's what he's going to want.
Maybe that's, depending. And he has every right to ask for it. And I will give you this. If it comes down to another contract issue, like they've been having with Skubal, right? Then if you know you're not going to sign him, right, then I agree with you. Let's get something for him while we have him. Just not on April.
Okay.
Just not on April 16th.
Okay,
but if you're able to, I think he's worth an extension. Now, is he worth 8 years? No.
Okay.
If they can come in with what? 5 years, something like that.
Yeah, how much? $100 million?
This is a big year for him.
What I'm saying is, though, Rob, in my opinion, and I like him, I think you're better off.
Go ahead.
You got to get value. You got to trade value, Rob.
No,
okay?
I understand. I completely understand.
I want a top flight right-handed hitter to balance out my lineup, especially with Kevin McGonigal from the left side. Okay,
I get
you got to trade somebody for quality, and to me, it's you add up all the metrics. You're saying he's the best bet to make a trade with. Or trade for.
Or he's the most valuable trade piece?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to make a trade. He's the best person to trade. So, all right. Think about it. We'll talk more about it. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll have a preview of the week coming up for the Tigers and wrap up this week's edition of Baseball This Week here with Jim Stark and Boston Rob Bennett. Heard every week right here on the Spotlight Media Network.
Are you passionate about college sports? Foster Swift Sports Talk is your go-to podcast dedicated to addressing the hottest topics in college athletics, including recruiting practices, NIL, the trade portal, collectives, and revenue generation.
Join us as we bring you insights from student athletes, college head coaches, administrators, and other industry leaders as they share their experiences in this rapidly changing arena.
Our mission is to share information and help educate student athletes, parents, coaches, and other stakeholders with the knowledge, resources, and strategies they need to make informed decisions and maximize each college athlete's potential for long-term success. Check out our latest episode where we're joined by Jordan Lewis from the Jacksonville Jaguars to discuss his NFL journey. Like and subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook pages to watch all of our episodes, or you can give us a listen on any of your favorite podcasting platforms by simply searching Foster Swift Sports Talk. Until next time, I'm your host, Dave Russell.
So, it's been a while since you've had your jewelry cleaned and inspected, right? Where will you go and who will you trust with your most valuable and treasured heirlooms? At Meadowar Jewelers' 4 locations in Lansing, Okemos, Jackson, and Portage, jewelry isn't just our job, it's our passion. Each and every piece entrusted in our care is thoroughly inspected by our trained staff against damage or normal wear. And we offer you, our customer, the highest level of quality on repairs and custom designs. Whether it's worn out prongs, channels, or shanks, it's all handled with incredible care. Meadowar Jewelers in Lansing, Okemos, Jackson, and Portage want to help you preserve your memories and offer you options on creating new ones. Come in today for the cleaning and inspection of your jewelry. We continue to work hard every day to earn your confidence and trust.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
And welcome back to our last segment of this week's Baseball This Week with Jim Stark, your host, and our very special guy who keeps everything on the air and sounding good, and that's my co-host, Boston Rob Bennett.
Special guy, thanks.
Well,
appreciate that.
You wrote it down. That's why I read it right, didn't I?
Yeah, you did read it right.
And this, and
you gotta say it with a little bit more gumption next time.
Special,
I put it in all.
Special guy.
There you go. I put it all in caps for you. That's to emphasize it a lot more. Well done.
Is this a good week for you, Rob? Where the Tigers are going to play Boston? Is that good for you? Do you like that, or would you rather not see them play each other?
No. Hey, they've very good series between the Red Sox and the Tigers over the years. It's a good American League matchup. I'm all for it.
It's a classic. You're right. A classic.
Yeah,
they were in the same division for a long time.
Yes, and they've had some great memories for both sides.
Both original franchises.
Yes. And going to Fenway, playing a Detroit Tigers team, I mean, that's nostalgia right there.
Frankly,
I'm all for it.
Fenway sets up pretty good for the Tigers' left-handed power, right?
Yes.
Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter.
Yeah, the guy you just wanted to trade last segment. Yeah.
I was putting it out there for discussion purposes, okay? Don't
start stirring the pot.
I'm not a Riley Green hater. Don't get me wrong, but
you want
to get quality, you got to trade quality. So
there's other quality.
And they need a quality right-handed hitter.
If Scott Harris, for some strange reason, is listening to this episode,
if he's listening to his top
I am sick and tired. I'm telling you this right now.
What?
I'll tell you what I'm sick and tired of. I am sick and tired of hearing between you and Jack Ebling's in this, dude. I'm sick of hearing about the trade. They need a right-hand bat. I'm so sick of hearing this every week. Let's just see how it how it turns out.
Here's the thing about Adrian Hinch. He likes to play right-left, so it's even more important to give him more right-handed bats. I'll never forget this. Rob, hey, listen, Rob. Listen, you won't remember this, okay? But I think it was like the early 80s before they won in 84. The Tigers were so short of a right-handed hitter. All right, their lineup was much like this.
Yeah.
So let me finish. Okay, they had 3 catchers on their roster. They had Lance Parrish, and they had Duffy Dyer, and I want to say they had John Wockenfuss, I think.
All right, fair enough.
So they in order to get more right-handed bats, they were so desperate for them, they had to put Wockenfuss catching, Parrish at first, and Duffy Dyer in right field. Some crazy set, like all 3 catchers had to play because they were so short of right. And then they had to make a trade for Al Collins because they were so short of right-handed hitters. And I just don't want to see the point where the Tigers.
Well, and A.J. Hinch would be crazy enough. Well, first off, they don't carry 3 catchers anymore.
No, they don't.
But A.J. Hinch is a mad scientist. You know he's going to come up with some sort of crazy-ass scenario, right? You know what I mean?
Yep.
If he's all about the matchup.
He loves the matchup.
And I will say this, right? He's so technical, right? He looks at the numbers. And we talked about baseball being a numbers sport, and it most certainly is. The one thing I wish he would do a little bit more of, and this is just me spitballing, is just maybe listen to his gut a little bit more.
And not look at his chart
and
as much?
not look at his charts. Now, who am I? They were 5 outs away from where they wanted to go last year, right? So who am I? But it's just one of the little things. In no way, shape, or form am I bashing A.J. Hinch. Absolutely not. I think he's one of the top 3 managers in all of baseball. But I'll
give you an example of that, though. I think what you're saying. I think the first week of the season, Casey Mize was pitching really well, and he pulled him out after 5. Yeah, the first relief pitcher had a betting. They lost the game.
Yeah,
today, maybe he leaves Cater Montero go too long, but again, it's all hindsight. But I see what you're saying.
Right.
Sometimes you want a guy with his baseball intellect, his knowledge, to go with the gut, not just by what the stats.
Because I trust his gut.
Okay,
and I trust him. Period. I think he's like I said, I think he's one of the top 3 managers in all of baseball.
All right.
So.
Let's look. Before you and I talk again, Rob, next Thursday, the Tigers will have played 7 more games. They will play Boston 4 times on the road at Fenway, and then they play Milwaukee next week at Comerica. They go for 4, they come back for 3, back on the road to Cincinnati and Atlanta. 1-game series, that's kind of unusual, but that's the way of today's major league schedule with all the interleague play and everything else.
Garbage.
All right, so 7 games they're going to play between now and the time we talk next. 4 against Boston, 3 against Milwaukee. What's their record after those 7 games, Rob?
3-4. They're going to get swept by the Red Sox.
Wow. No, you wouldn't say that. But go ahead.
No.
Yep.
No, I mean, if you can go above 500.
Yeah, I think 4-3. Because Milwaukee's a really good team.
4-3, or by any chance 5-2.
Yep.
I mean, this is a good chance for the Tigers to really take advantage, as you mentioned, of Fenway Park.
Yep.
The Red Sox are off to I will agree with you. They're improving, but not the start that they wanted at 7-11. But at 7-11, so this is a good chance for the Tigers to take advantage of a team that is underperforming. We'll see what the weather's like there in New England.
Yeah, that could be a big factor. You're right. Yep.
But we'll see. But both teams have to play in it.
Yep.
And then most certainly with Milwaukee coming in here to Detroit, that'll be a hell of a series because Milwaukee has proven that they are most certainly a contender when you look at what they did, especially in the regular season last year.
Well, here
that tough division in the National League, Central.
Well, here are your 4 pitchers in Boston. You got Mize, Skubal, Valdez, and Flaherty. The matchup of that series has got to be Flaherty. Valdez, against Crochet.
Yes.
That'll be a great, and that'll be on Sunday afternoon. So that'll be a good matchup. And then against Milwaukee, you've got Montero, Mize, and go back to school. So
that's at least 4-3.
Yeah, I think
5-2 would be.
They ain't going 7-0 like this week, so we'll figure that. But I think
if they do, there'll be a 13-game winning streak, something that we haven't seen in quite a while. So.
All right, well, I'll go with 4-3 for the series. Hopefully 5-2, but no worse than 4-3. And they come back, and maybe they're in first place with that 4-3 record on top of where they are now. So, all right. Mr. Rob Bennett, we will talk to you next Thursday when we will have another week of baseball under our belts.
Looking forward
to it. You can think about that trade, my possibility for, and think of more reasons why I'm full of stuff. You can come back with that. And then
you're full of something.
I'm full of stuff. Yeah, well, I'm trying to clean it up for.
Is that what we're calling it?
Well,
okay.
We
are radio friendly.
There we go. Yeah. So for Rob Bennett and Jim Stark, thanks for joining us. See you next week right here for Baseball This Week, heard on the Spotlight Media Network.